God, I can't. Like, I just can't. What kills me is that I went into Walmart because I just left my psychiatrist and I was supposed to go to the pet store out there in that town, and honest to God, I forgot, and so I was heading home, and then I was like, oh shit, I gotta go to Walmart now, because Maui, my cat, he, he has like just regular dry. I know this is all random, but I'm getting to the point, I swear. He gets just dry food throughout the day, and he eats his dry food throughout the day, and then he gets canned wet food every single night, which wet food is better for cats anyway. So if you have a cat, you should be trying to either do anything from like a partial wet food diet to a full wet food diet, just depending on your cat and what your vet says. And so with Maui, he's still on all kitten food, but anyway, I had ran out of wet food last night. I used last can, and this cat, he every single night when it's time to eat, he comes up, meow, meow, like he will harass you until you give him his canned food. Like he knows his routine. So I go into Walmart, I've got the baby, I go in, Maya, whoops, I'm at a light, Maya's right here. So we go into Walmart, we get our, my 6 cans of wet food, and that was all I went for. And then, we're walking out to leave. Well, I'm putting the cart back, I'm getting the baby out, Maya's off leash, sitting next to me, waiting, and then what happens? Somebody walks in, holding their little dog in their arms. Was this a service dog? There ain't no way in hell. Why? Well, because I can guarantee every single service dog handler is going to have some sort of control. Example, a leash or a traffic leash or an e-collar. They are going to have something on their dog to control their dog, because what if? Maya, what has she got on? Do I use it? No. Is that leash still there if I need it? Absolutely, even though she's off leash trained and everything. Thank God the dog ain't paying no attention. And so, the lady that's holding, as soon as she sees me, Maya, and I'm just sitting there, I'm looking at her like, I'm at a red light. Really? Like, she just she slowly stops smiling, and I'm just staring at her as she walks. So she finally breaks eye contact. I ain't gonna say anything at this point because bro, I don't fucking feel good. I'm ready to leave. I'm walking out the damn door. But there's Walmart employees right there. You know what they said? Not shit. Not shit. So I did make some commentary as I was walking out, but I didn't speak directly to the lady with, her pet dog. But I said it loud enough that she could probably hear me. And I know for a fact the Walmart employees heard me. And it was, oh yeah, somebody walking in with a dog, no leash. Oh wow, they're gonna have so much control over a dog with no leash, and nobody says anything about the pet. Wow. Y'all know me, just being a smart ass. But and I looked at the Walmart employee. The lady kept walking, so I don't think she actually heard me. But I wasn't about to pick that fight. I'm leaving. But you're not even gonna say anything about the fact that it doesn't even have a leash on. You still gotta abide by leash laws. Even if your dog is on, you should still have some sort of way to be. I was lucky that when they walked in, the dog wasn't looking in our direction, so the dog didn't see Maya. Maya saw it, but it didn't see us, and I just told Maya, leave it. And she left it and looked back at me. And we actually had somebody follow us into the parking lot, which I'll get to. But I'm happy the other dog didn't see us, because who knows? Because I'm like, if it barks, I'm definitely going to go off on the individual. But like I was saying, my commentary was more for the Walmart employees than it was for the individual, because at that point the individual's walking in and Walmart employees ain't saying shit. And at that point, that dog's not actually causing a problem, even though, no, it shouldn't be in there, but the dog's not really causing a problem. And so by the time I had started talking, they were already like all the way through, like they were in the store, like starting to turn by the time, I got the baby out of the buggy, and like, I didn't really start saying anything until I was basically at the Walmart door walking out. And it really was me just being a smart ass to the Walmart employees. And, they definitely looked at me, and I'm like, I'm used to seeing these employees. They know exactly who I am. They see me all the damn time. But, like, you've got to be able to say something at some point. When do you say something? Do you say something when it's in the buggy? Most of the time, not. Do you say something when it's barking? Most of the time, not. And apparently, we're not even saying anything when there's no form of control on the animal either. Like, we're not even asking anymore if it's a service dog. We're just saying it's a dog. Cool. I'm not going to say shit. They're just walking in. Like, I don't have a way to know for sure. Maybe this was a service dog. But even if it was a service dog, shame on you, because you had no way to control your dog. And you should have had some form of control on your dog, whether it's off-leash trained or not, period. Like, there's no argument for that. And I didn't see enough of the dog's behavior, etc. Small dogs, small service dogs can be, they can be carried. And so I'm not saying it's a fake service dog. My guess is it's a pet. But, like, even if it is a service dog, if you are a service dog handler and you just walked in that Walmart and you just saw me and my dog, you definitely are going to know if you saw this dog, because she's a fucking hot bitch. And look at me. Like, I know you saw me and my baby. Look dead at me. So, there ain't no missing us. But if you are a legitimate service dog handler and you just walked into a store and you have absolutely no form of control on your dog, shame on you. Because you have to have some sort of control. I don't care. Even my dog is fully off-leash trained, always some sort of control. Whether it's being able to grab a collar, grabbing a harness, a leash, a traffic lead, like an e-collar with the remote. Some form of control, because guess what? Doesn't matter how well trained they are, at some point something will happen. And I guarantee at some point something will happen where my dog gets distracted. And she's a fully trained service dog, graduated out of the fucking program. Like, our program backs us all day. But I still always have some form of control on my dog, because she is still a dog. Shit happens, whether it's, aggressive pet in the store. If you have a way to control your dog and there's an aggressive dog coming at you, guess what? You grab that leash. Well, at least now you get to drag and run. Dragging and running with your dog is better than just standing there yelling at your dog and your dog standing there wagging his tail. Oh, this dog's coming up to me. They're going to play. No. Now your neck's done been bit. Because I guarantee if an aggressive dog's running at my dog, I guarantee my dog's stupid enough to stand there and stare at it, wagging her tail, thinking it's about to fucking play with her. Meanwhile, it's actually wanting to kill her, because that's just who my dog is. Sorry. Is my dog going to go running up to that other dog? No. She ain't going to leave my side. But do I have a chance that my dog will freeze in place and just stare at the dog running at her and let it get close enough thinking that it's going to play with her? And that in that moment there could be a distraction where I can't get my dog away. Oh yeah, there's definitely that chance. I mean, they're dogs. I can't guarantee it. Maybe my dog would, okay, and maybe she would run with me. But I feel like in a situation like that, she'd be like, oh mom, look, it's running. They're gonna play, because my dog loves other dogs. And she's a fucking dog. And so, having a leash, at least I can physically pull my dog and get my dog away, get my dog physically pulled behind me, whatever I have to do, because you never know what's going to happen in those moments. And I'm not going to risk it. And so I've never been in that situation with Maya, but I'm going to, play like worst case scenario in my head, and I'm going to be prepared. And if you're not prepared, that's when your dog gets hurt. That's when, I don't know, you're walking into Walmart. You don't have any control on your dog's in your arms. And, let's say a motorcycle, because they're stupid as fuck, and I don't know how many people have ever experienced this, but I cannot tell you how many motorcycles I've had drive past us and rev their engines. And when they do that, typically it scares the fuck out of your dog. I know with us, it's made my jump in the past, and I had to use my uncle and my uncle's cycle to really desensitize out of, which I don't believe had him crank up his motorcycle when we would go. Pictures that I think I posted. I don't know if I posted them or not, but there's pictures, I think even a video of Maya. She told her up, and we got her to the point where she was so comfortable with the motorcycle, even with it revving, that she jumped up on the seat of the motorcycle and she sat there. And so she sat there, and then while she was sitting on the motorcycle, he was revving it. It was parked, it wasn't being drove, but the point was to make her comfortable. And so anything like that, like, you gotta have control on your dog. And that's, like, honest to God, that's my main rant right here, is that Walmart employees don't give a fuck. And that I don't care if it's a pet, I don't care if it's a service dog, you need some sort of control on your dog, because you holding your dog is not safe. Your dog can jump out of your arms, and you have no way to prevent your dog from jumping out. If something scares it, and it starts to run and it gets hit, whatever, that's your fault. You have no way to control or prevent if that dog sees another animal or just a person it doesn't like while you're shopping. Well, guess what? Now you don't have any way to restrain your dog. It's going. If it wants to bite the guy in the hat because it doesn't like guys in the hat, you have no way to stop it. I'll get to all of your comments eventually. I'll get to where I read them eventually, but sorry guys, I am driving. But yeah, like, I just can't, like, talk and say what y'all want to say and stuff, and, excuse me, I burped, sorry. I'll read them when, it's safe to do so, but, like, why are you just now cutting on? I have freaking, a front and rear dash cam, it just cut on. Okay. But yeah, I can't. Like, just the absolute I don't give a fuck and I don't care from the employees. Like, alright, at least let me make a comment about an animal being leashed. And at that point, I really didn't care if the lady with the dog heard me, because you should hear me, and you should care enough to have your dog leashed, especially if you're going to be stupid enough to bring it in the store, whether it's a legitimate service dog or not. It needs to be leashed and be able to be controlled in some way, shape, or form. You still have to abide by leash laws with a service animal, unless your disability requires that your dog not be leashed. And yes, this will apply to a small dog, even if you are carrying a small service dog. It is confined in a sling or something and it can't jump out, man, that's a little different. I'll leave that open for argument's sake. I could see how, like, a well-trained service animal in a sling, it not wanting to jump out, I could see you not leashing. But do I think that they're going to have a collar on their dog? Yeah. Do I think they might have a harness or a vest on their dog? Yeah. So, like, they have a form, something to grab on their dog. Whereas, if you're just holding it in your arms, dude, if your dog jumps fast enough, you ain't paying attention, that dog happens to just bite you because, it's not happy with the situation, it's stressed out, it freaks, whatever, you ain't got nothing to grab. And if that dog's running, what are you going to grab? You gotta be able to scruff it in one clean move, scruff that dog, and be able to grab onto it quick enough. Doubtful. Would you be able to grab a vest or a collar or a harness or something if that dog run past you and you're just trying to grab it quick? Yeah, you'd have a better chance of being able to grab something, anything on the dog, even a collar. Like, at least have a form of control on your animal if you're going to bring it into a public place. Like, I've gotten into the point where I really don't say much to people anymore, and unless like it's really gonna like implement me in some way, especially like if I'm leaving the store, I ain't gonna sit there. I ain't dealing with that shit right there. Like, I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna do my thing. Like, whatever, ain't my problem. If I'm walking into the store at the same time as you, and you have an obviously reactive dog, yeah, I'm gonna say something. And you guys have seen that video where I was walking in, the other person had a dog, they were putting it in their buggy, and I was just like, oh no, because I knew if they got in the store, it was gonna be way harder to get them out of the store if they actually got through the main entrance and like actually got in. And so that was why I acted so fast. And so I knew it would be a lot easier to stop it and get them to get their dog out right there at the entrance. And that was the goal of that video, which did happen. But they ended up like hitting their dog and shit. Anyway, like situations like that, yeah, I'm gonna say something right then and there as quick as I can because safety. If I'm going in the store, I ain't gonna sit there be looking over my shoulder the entire freaking time, wondering where you at with your dog and if it's gonna come around the corner. If I'm leaving the store, I'm not gonna say anything unless your dog happens to be walking in and like it loses its shit when it sees Maya. At that point, yeah, I'm gonna be like, hey, pets aren't allowed in here. Am I gonna stand there and fight it as much? Nah, not really. It really depends. I feel like it depends on how bad the situation is and really how I'm feeling. But for the most part, I can't tell you how many dogs I've seen lately. And, they might be in a car, they might be being held, they might be battles. And sometimes I just ain't feeling it. Like, I don't feel good. I'm trying to get in and out. And for the most part, they're not really bothering anybody. I pick and choose. Like, the battles I pick, a lot of it determines on how I'm feeling, and then it also determines on how the dog is reacting. If the dog, it doesn't matter how crappy I feel, I can be on the verge of passing out as it sees my dog. I'm gonna fucking faint, and like the moment I come back around and I get to where I can actually talk again, and like I'm where I can comprehend, enough to actually be able to talk. If you still there, I'll go right back at it. I've never done that. I've never had to do that. But like I could imagine that I would. And I pick and choose. And like sometimes it's worth saying something. Sometimes it's not. Sometimes it's just like, save your breath, this is just whatever, or you're just not really feeling that great, and, you're irritated by the fact that there's no form of control on the dog. Control knows that again, like if she does, go back and leave the moment the car stops moving. Really? yes, I will. I gotta check my comments. I saw that. I had to call. Why do I act aggressive? Because it's when it comes to pets in a store, like they have no legal right to be in there. Most of the time, it puts legitimate service dogs at risk. I know, right? Yeah, pretend the dog is a football, right? strong Karen vibes all day, baby. All day. I ain't ashamed. Tiffany, you think I'm ashamed of my Karen vibes? Hell no. I own that shit. Alright. Anyway, that's my rant. My baby's crying. I'm going to drop this off at the pharmacy. I'm going to make a phone call. I'm calling you, okay? Alright, y'all. I'll talk to y'all later. That's my rant. I'm done with it now. But, like, yes, I will Karen vibe this shit. I'm Queen Karen. If you don't know, like, I am who I am. You don't like it? Alright, go. You ain't gotta be here. You either love me or you hate me. There ain't no in between. I promise you, I'm the first person to understand that and know that it's a love or hate relationship, period. Haircut. Hey, my hair just, I haven't cut it. It's just, I haven't done shit to it. It's not short.